I need to get back in the swing of things. Last week was spring break and I was in Oxford, London, and Paris. Even though a vacation is supposed to be for like, you know, resting, resetting, relaxing, it was definitely restful and relaxing, but it was not the reset that I need. If anything, I feel like oftentimes I need to like reset again after a vacation. So that's what we're gonna try to do this week. It's already Wednesday, which means we are at the low point of the week. I'm making a video in an attempt to strap myself up from the depths of exhaustion and try to feel motivated again. This morning I was feeling particularly tired and I really was not looking forward to anything. I started filling out my 5-minute journal again for the past few days, and I think it's been really helping me like shift perspective and feel grounded and reset. So that was really helpful because sometimes, especially when I'm really tired, it can be quite challenging to think about like, what am I grateful for? What am I looking forward to? All I can really focus on is, I'm so tired, I need to go to school and I'm so tired. But forcing myself to express gratitude in the morning has been amazing. Anyway, today is going to be a good day. I'm determined to make it a good day. Today is also quite exciting because this morning's class, which is Art Hum, is going to be a field trip. We are meeting inside the Butler Library Rare Books and Manuscripts room. I've actually never been there, even though I always study in Butler. Speaking of Columbia, I think another reason why I've been feeling a bit low energy is because I feel like I have so many mixed feelings about being a student here. On one hand, I make videos about being a student here and about being, I guess you can say, like, proud to be a Columbia student, and I do think I am. I really value a lot of like the philosophies of the undergraduate education in terms of the structure, like the core, and I feel like I gained so much positivity from my experience as a student because of the community of other students. At the same time, the school has been on the news a lot, and this past week during our spring break I was disappointed by our university again because it was once again on the news for deporting multiple students who participated in pro-Palestine protests last year, as well as rescinding degrees. Content creators are not news sources, so don't take my word for as it is, like do your own research. Disappointing but not surprising. But 2 days ago, our president sent us an email saying that here are all these things that Trump asked for and now we are going to implement them because we need our money. The TLDR. Coming back from spring break and going back on campus is terrible because there are reporters and news people all around the campus, and I'm like, I feel PTSD from last semester because last semester was terrifying. There are reporters everywhere, there are helicopters everywhere, there are cops everywhere. There are also cops everywhere. When I went back on campus on Monday, the vibes are very grim, and I think it definitely contributes to my vibes being very grim. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I guess like the university has disappointed me. I have conflicting feelings about being a student and kind of like making these videos. I think at the end of the day, I'm like a positive person. I want to celebrate the ways that Columbia has positively impacted me by allowing me to learn about these topics from passionate professors, because professors and students are not equal to whatever it is that the university is doing. I feel like I said a lot of nothing. Anyway, it's time to get dressed because I need to leave soon, but I want to make a matcha. Alexa, weather?
Currently, in New York, it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies.
I was like really into turtlenecks for a period of time and now I'm kind of over them, but I need to do laundry, so I guess today is a turtleneck day. I'm home. Not really by choice. Basically, I was working in the library, then I realized that my laptop has a very low battery. I won't have enough battery for my class later, so I need to come home to get my charger. Anyway, While I'm here, I am gonna make some matcha because I really wanted some and needed some this morning, but I didn't make it because I was running late. And now I need to ground myself and chill for a little bit because it's tough out here. Okay, I didn't get a chance to eat lunch, even though I made my matcha. I'm on my way to therapy, and now it's raining, and I have no hood or umbrella. Okay, I really hope therapy will cure me, because it is rough right now. I am so ready for food. There were no more seats at Shein, so we're in the park. I've never tried this one. So, taste test. Last night I watched The Lion King and it was so much fun. I don't really watch Broadway shows that often, mostly because the tickets can get quite pricey, but I'm very grateful that Disney on Broadway gifted me these seats, and so I got to experience this when I wouldn't have otherwise. You know when you finish watching something, you're like, wow, my life is forever changed? That is how I feel. Here we are, another day. Thursdays are so hard to me. I feel like I know my intention for this vlog was to reset, but I can't even reset because I'm just trying to stay afloat. So today I have work in the morning until around 3:30. Okay, then I'm going to class. Today's class is Technology, Religion, and Future. This week's readings and this week's topics were so interesting because it was about psychedelics and how they are safe and how like mushrooms can be used as like a spiritual gateway to shamanism and other forms of religion. And these are like scientific papers, and so I'm like, I've seen this before in the Poppy War. If you haven't read the Poppy War, I would highly, highly, highly recommend. But it was really interesting because like the Poppy War is clearly like a fictional story, but these are like research accounts or like real accounts and like scientific papers about it, and so it was quite interesting to like look at it from an academic lens. Today's class is going to be interesting because it's not going to be at our normal classroom. It's going to be at Tibet House, which is where my professor also teaches slash does lectures. And then after my class, our whole class is like invited to lecture thing, this party thing that's unrelated. Okay, back to the topic on hand. We're resetting. Okay, I feel like Thursdays, it's hard for me to feel like I need a reset, but every day it's getting harder and harder for me to be like, okay, let's get our life together. Let's like get back into the swing of things. I'm just learning that there are some things that really help me ground and feel like more of a human. One of them being doing my morning makeup routine and getting dressed, which is a necessity, but also helps. We're gonna try our best today. I tried to tidy up a little bit. I feel like every single night this past week, I've been really struggling with cleaning at the end of the day. You know, just putting away the dishes and tidying up my spaces to the bare minimum. So it feels like I could do work. Tried doing that today and I feel like it has helped with getting me in a good headspace before going to sleep, even though I'm quite exhausted right now and I don't want to do anything, but definitely necessary. Love the end of Thursdays because it's basically the weekend now and I am done with school and work and I can finally chill-ish. Good night. I love Fridays because I can just chill and do my thing. I'm so excited for today because I'm calling my friend Clarice and we're catching up, and then I'm going to ballet, and I feel like it's been so long since I took a good ballet class. My call with Clarice went really well. I always love chatting with her, but I am running quite late now. Today was so healing and honestly the reset that I needed. I always feel so rejuvenated after chatting with my friends, and this morning after I caught up with Clarice, I honestly felt so much better. I call her every month. Every single time we finish a call, I'm always like, wow, I feel so good. And then I went to ballet class and it's one of my favorite instructors. So taking her class makes me like want to fall in love with ballet again because I'm enjoying it so much and I'm having so much fun. Because of that, I really tried to prioritize taking her class at least once a week, and honestly, I can only take it once a week because any more than that, it literally won't fit in my schedule because I have to either work or go to school. But yeah, Fridays are so great because I can prioritize that. After I got lunch with my friend Deborah, I haven't seen her in almost 2 years and it was such a lovely time. I love like catching up with people, seeing how they're doing and having like just like genuine nice conversations over a meal or while walking around browsing at a bookstore, and that was literally what we did. The vibes were great, and now I just had an everything shower and I'm like, wow, I feel so rejuvenated. I just did my skincare and now I'm like, wow, my skin is like glowing. I've been trying out like not drying my hair completely and letting the rest of it air dry, and I kind of like it.